The gentleman yields back, and this will be the last member to question. The chair now recognizes the gentleman from Arizona, Mr. Crane.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to start by introducing a couple letters into the record, one from CHEP and one from Retail Industry Leaders Association.
Without objection, and so ordered.
Thank you. I want to start with Mr. Johnson. Earlier, sir, you said that your organization has a top 10 list. Can you go ahead and let us know what those are?
Thank you for the question, sir. I do not have those off the top of my head. I can provide those answers to you at a later date.
Do you happen to know any of them, sir, since you're testifying here before Congress as the representative?
Congressman, in no particular order, Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York, Memphis, Oakland, Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah, imagine that. Just like the last panel, similar trends that we're looking for, pattern recognition. What do those have in common, sir? I mean, I get it. You guys got to be careful, but if you want Congress to help, we got to be honest about these things. These are all Democrat-run cities. These are, all of them have policy changes, just like Ms. Steffen was talking about. Somebody who's done this her whole life, who knows that crime doesn't care about your political affiliation. It doesn't care about your skin color. It affects everybody. How about you, Mr. Glenn? You represent Home Depot. When these stores go under and they lock their doors and bar up their windows and they leave town, does it affect just Republicans or white people, or does it affect everybody?
No, sir, it affects everyone.
Yeah, it's pretty sad, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And it's pretty sad, but like a lot of things in this country, unfortunately, this is another self-inflicted wound. And the worst part about it is you sit here in these panels and you talk to the folks before you who are all leaders in the FBI, law enforcement, and they can't even tell you what the trends are. It's no wonder we can't solve these problems, because we can't even have serious conversations anymore. Ms. Steffen, did I say that right, ma'am? You said we didn't even see the smash and grab type events until the law changes. Ma'am, when you see these type of retail crimes increase, do you also see other crimes, other violent crimes like murder, robbery, etc.? Do you see those increase as well?
You know, San Diego is one of the safest urban counties in America, so we work very hard on solving crime, murders. We have about 100 murders a year, which is one too many for me, but extremely low for the 5th largest county in the United States. So we see trends, but we work together in task forces to shut them down and to make sure that our community is safe. We just don't leave anything to chance. So as we saw these trends in organized retail crime, we brought together the task forces. We worked on solving them with retailers coming together, putting the images from their videos in one room, coming together to solve this issue, coordinating. And this is why I was excited about testifying, hoping that other regions will follow the example that we are setting, that my team, I'm proud of, is setting.
Yes. Well, I'm not surprised at all, ma'am, that your city has a track record that it does. I actually spent a lot of time in San Diego. I was stationed there for about a decade. And I did, for the most part, depending on what neighborhood I was in, did feel relatively safe. So thank you, ma'am, for what you do. And I hope that there are other folks in law enforcement and DA's offices all over the country that are watching this and can learn from your example, because one thing I can tell you is you don't seem too interested in partisan politics. You seem interested in justice, protecting the people that elected you, appointed you, want you to protect them, and I appreciate you for doing that. I can't say that about every DA, every prosecutor in the country, and I think it's despicable. I think it's absolutely despicable, just like I questioned the panel before you, that we have individuals that are pumping millions and millions and millions of dollars into prosecutor races and DA races all over the country to try and weaken law enforcement in those areas. That's despicable, it's disgusting, and Americans all over the country of all creeds, ethnicities, races, religions are paying for it. Thank you. I yield back, Mr. Chairman.